Hi, I'm Weiman Kwan. Welcome to this quick math video. This will be on Introduction to Exponents Part 1. The question we'll be answering today is, what the heck are exponents? Let's take a look at our motivation example on why we use exponents. Now, in our first example, we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. That's a lot of pluses, and we notice that the 3 is being repeatedly added. As mathematicians, that's a lot of 3's, and we don't like this. This is just long. Is there a shortcut to this? Yes, there is. We can write this using multiplication. In this case, the 3 is repeatedly added, and we have 5 of them. So that's 3 times 5. Excellent. We have a shortcut for addition. What about multiplication? In our second example, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Is there a way to write multiplied by 3 repeatedly in a shortcut manner? There is. We write it as the following. We see that the 3 is being repeatedly multiplied, and how many times? 4. So we write this little 4 on the top right corner of this big 3. And this is what we call the exponential expression to this long multiplication. Let's take a look at gruesome details of this exponential expression. Now, we notice that there is the big number and the little number on the top right of the big number. This big number, the 6 in this case, is what we call the base. The base is the item that is being repeatedly multiplied. And the exponent, notice that it is tiny, and on the top right corner of the base is what we call the exponent. This tells us how many times the base is repeatedly multiplied. Note that the exponent only affects the base to its immediate left. We'll get into more gruesome details of the exponent in other videos, but for now, that should be enough to get going with exponents. Now let's see some examples. Our first example is to simplify 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9. In math, when we mean simplify, it means to shrink it so that it looks beautiful. How do we shrink this expression? We notice that the 9's are repeatedly being multiplied a couple of times. We can use exponents to simplify this expression. Now, the first question is, what is the number being repeatedly multiplied? And in this case, it's the 9. How many times? We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means the exponent needs to be 5. So we put the 5 on the top right of the base and a little bit smaller. And this is how we write this. Let's see our next example. Expand 6 to the power of 4. What does it mean by expand? Expand means to make it longer. Now, the first question is, what is the base and what is the exponent? 6 is the big number, and that's the base. 4 here is the exponent. That tells us that 6 is being multiplied 4 times. So this expression is equal to 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. And that's how you simplify and expand exponential expressions. Now, what happens when we have algebra involved? Exactly the same thing. It doesn't really matter too much because it doesn't affect the exponent. It only affects the base in this case, but it doesn't really change how we approach this. Now, let's take a look at this example here. Simplify k times k times k times k times k. We first ask ourselves, what is the item that is being repeatedly multiplied? In this case, it's the k. How many times? If we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the k is being multiplied 5 times. And this is how you write this expression simplified. Similarly, with expand, notice we have z to the power of 4. First ask the question, what is the base? The base is z. How many times is it repeatedly multiplied by? 4 times. So we write this as z times z times z times z. And that's it about the bases of exponents. Now, thank you for watching this video. Feel free to follow this channel by pressing the follow button below or add comments. I hope I'll see you again next time.